this road you can find several interesting sites, the majority very close to Rome. One of the first sights from Rome is the Church of Domine Quo Vadis. According to Christian tradition, this church was the place where Peter encountered the vision of Christ, which caused him to go back to the city to face subsequent martyrdom. There are also entrances to Rome's many catacombs along the road. The two most prominent ones are the catacombs of San Sebastiano and of San Callisto. These catacombs is where early Christians buried their dead and held their meetings during the worst times of persecution. They stretch many miles and are definitely worth a visit, unless you're suffering from claustrophobia, of course. Other major sites close to the starting point are Circus of Maxientus and Tomb of Cecilia Matea. All these sites are located just a few miles from the road's starting point. There are also signs along the road, so they are quite easy to find. However, for the most atmospheric stretch of the walk, continue onwards for an extra couple of miles. As the road leads on, you will find yourself more and more in the countryside. You will also see that the tourists thin out the longer you press on. After the first few miles, you can find several marble ruins, reliefs, and broken statues.
"2,000 years ago, in the land surrounding the Mediterranean Sea, there was a vast empire, the Roman Empire. In this empire were grand cities, magnificent buildings, and riches of every kind. Rich emperors lived in palaces, and beggars lived on the street. Long roads connected all the cities of the empire, and all roads led to the capital, the grandest city in the world. All roads led to Rome. So let's step back in time to see what life was like in that ancient city. A day spent in ancient Rome would be a very full day, and it would start at sunrise. In these days before electric lights, it was necessary to get everything done while the sun was shining. That meant getting an early start to every day. Since the weather in Rome is warm most of the year, and since they were out when the warm sun was shining, Romans wore garments called tunics that left their legs bare. Most Romans had only one outfit that they wore every day, and it was rarely washed. The wealthy, on the other hand, wore draping pieces of fabric called togas over their tunics.